This is Embody Safety with Eva, and today I want to talk about why you don't need to become better before you can receive the love and support that you desire in your relationships and your work. And I chose this topic today because I often work with women who are already deeply self-aware, they are very capable, they are committed to growth, and yet they still feel internally like they are not quite where they should be. They feel like they should become someone else before they can receive the type of relationship they want or the type of opportunities they want in their career. They feel like they should be someplace else or doing something else. And many capable, sensitive women don't realize that this is a nervous system state. If your whole system has been living inside of that state that tells you that you are not where you should be, you are not who you should be for a long time, you don't realize that it's not true. It is just a state through which your system filters your relationships, your work, and the life that you live inside of. And when this nervous system state is active inside of your body, then you relate to love and work through pressure. And that pressure can be very subtle, and it's like an underlying companion that is there every day when you wake up, when you relate to your loved ones or your partner, or when you go to work. So from the outside, this pressure can look like you are very responsible and you are self-aware and growth-oriented, and many times it is even rewarded by our society. But inside of your body, that pressure feels very exhausting and it makes you resent the areas that you desire the most, where you desire to connect the most, where you want to be seen the most. So inside of your body, that pressure feels like no matter where I am, I never feel really at home. Like you cannot rest where you are. Like you cannot fully let go inside of that relationship you are in. Oftentimes, the women who come to me and they are creating life from this nervous system state that causes a lot of pressure inside of their relationships and puts a lot of pressure on them. They feel like they are in this like almost relationship, like this is almost what I want, or in the work, like this is almost what I want. It's like something is always missing. And in your work, it can sound like I should be further ahead by now. I should be doing more. I just need one more strategy, one more certification, one more improvement before I can finally like rest inside of my work and own my skills and own my expertise and receive the acknowledgement and receive the type of client I want or the type of opportunities or positions that I want or the financial stability that I want. And inside of relationships, it often sounds like, do they still love me? Am I attractive enough? Am I interesting enough? Am I easy to love? And this way of relating to yourself, to love, and to support, to receiving through pressure creates a filter. So you can imagine it almost like your system is filtering through opportunities, through relationships every second of your day. It's filtering for opportunities and relationships that are a fit. And when your system is filtering through the lens of scarcity and what is lacking and how you have to improve before you can have what you want, it literally cannot see the resources and the opportunities and the people who are already there willing to support you. So for instance, I am remembering one of my clients, and she used a different nervous system state to choose the type of employees she wants to work with. And suddenly her eyes opened to what she was looking for. So she was looking for someone who is stable, who is capable, who is showing up in the work in certain way. And she saw like, oh, this is what I am actually looking for. And because she was able to let go a little bit of that state of mind that taught her that she needs to take care of everything and everyone and she needs to become better, she was able to delegate more. And oftentimes, even the people who are already in your life, I see this often come up with women that I work one-on-one, they already have people inside of their life who are willing and capable to support them, and they are just waiting for their opportunities. So often it's not even like filtering for new opportunities or finding people who are a match. It's seeing the people who are already inside of your life that want to help, that are capable, but your system is not noticing the opportunities when they come up because it's hyper focus of what do I need to do in order to keep that relationship or keep my work. So even though a part of you may already know that support and love are not things that need to be earned or should be earned, your body may still relate to your relationships or to your loved ones or to your work through that same pressure. And this is because this pattern is not primarily an information problem. It is a relationship problem. It is the way you relate to yourself. It is the way you relate to receiving, you relate to support, and you relate to love. And this is why somatic work is so powerful when it comes to changing that relationship you have with yourself, the relationship you have with your work, the relationship you have with love itself and support and receiving. So one thing I see over and over and over in my work is that high achieving women put a lot of pressure and high expectations on themselves. And this pressure you put on your body makes your nervous system brace. And when our system is bracing itself, it's closed off to receiving and support and the resources that are already available. Like I said, it's filtering them out and you cannot see them. They become invisible. So the work we do, the somatic work, is so counterintuitive to what many high achieving women are used to because we don't add things to your to-do list, we don't change your goals, and we definitely don't put more pressure on your system. So what we do instead is that we help your body slow down enough to notice the safety, the support, and the love that is already available to you now. And often at this point, that part of you that was like trying really, really hard to become better and have everything under control. She's like, there are no resources, there aren't people who want to support me, there isn't enough love, and that's okay. That's the part that was really bracing to protect you from disappointment. So what we do inside of our work, usually in the one-on-one sessions, is that we create enough internal safety and stability that your body can begin experiencing something that it may have never experienced before. And that is consistent support, steadiness, care, a feeling of being met right where you are without you having to earn it or deserve it. And also a feeling of being allowed to rest and being allowed to be finished with your work for the day and letting yourself rest inside of the relationships that are already in your life. So this is the client I mentioned. This is where when she was able, or she allowed herself through creating this inner safety and support to rest a little bit more inside of her relationship to her work, to her colleagues, to herself. She created enough space between her and other people to start noticing who is actually capable of meeting her. So it's not like we are brainwashing your body into believing that everyone is capable of support. We are helping your body recognize who is able to meet you where you are. And then we stay in that a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit like vulnerable state that's going to feel like exposure to your body, because that's where your body will learn to ask for support, ask for help. It will learn to delegate and then let the other person deal with the task. So we stay in that place long enough for your body to create a new way of relating to your work, to other people, to how you receive support. And usually the women I work with, they don't do more. They do much less, but they start noticing what is the work that is mine to do and where was I taking over responsibilities that were not mine. Where was I not letting others support me? And so little by little from this new relationship that you create with yourself, your body starts learning that I don't have to convince people to choose me. I don't have to be extraordinary or exceptional to belong. I don't have to treat myself like a project. I can let myself be supported. And that's where women who felt behind for years, they start trusting their own pace. They start noticing their own capacity. And that energy, that life force that was used to bracing and improving themselves and becoming better, because that takes enormous mental energy and physical energy inside of your body. That energy is released so you can engage with your work and you can engage with others exactly as you are. And suddenly new opportunities and new ideas start coming to you because you now have space inside of your life to receive them. You start filtering for support. Your nervous system starts looking, how can I make this area support me? How does it feel like if this area supports me? How does it feel like when relationship supports me? Instead of always feeling like you are in an almost relationship or like almost career that is constantly demanding from you to become better. And it feels like it's never enough. So it's when my client's system stopped waiting until they are better before sharing what they have to offer and before sharing what they want, they need, and the type of support they expect, that they could make use of the opportunities and the people, the support that was offered in front of them right now inside of their life. And that's where also they find themselves enjoying the work and the projects that are already part of their lives. And this is also where the work you already have becomes sustainable and fulfilling and supportive. And sometimes you will take your work into different directions, but oftentimes you will realize that what you were looking for is actually present inside of your life. It's just you were relating to that area in a way that prevented you to fully rest into that support and to really receive the opportunities that are already there. And when it comes to relationships, what I notice is that women start feeling stable and secure within them. So that part that is making sure that you are always improving and growing and always better in order to keep love or keep support is also the part that when something doesn't go her way, there are usually these very high emotional highs and then emotional lows. But as your certain nervous system starts experiencing more steadiness and support from within, and you take that feeling of home wherever you go with you, your system also becomes more available for consistent love and consistent connection. And the most beautiful thing I am observing is that the time that these women spend on self-improvement can now be spent by simply enjoying the connection that is in their life, the connection and intimacy with their partner, with their children, inside of their work, with clients and colleagues. And their work starts becoming more fulfilling. Their relationships start energizing them instead of draining them. So if this healthier relationship with yourself, love, and support sounds something like you would like to explore more, this is exactly what I guide women through in one-on-one somatic sessions. We create a healthier relationship with yourself, not the one that makes you push yourself forward through pressure, but one where you create and build a feeling of home inside of you, and then bring that feeling into every area of your life so you can relate to people around you as who you are, and then recognize opportunities and relationships that are a fit. And then your body can finally rest from that state of connection and safety and being open to receive. So if this is something you would like to explore, I will link the offers below. And as always, I appreciate you being here today.